Hey there and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Before going on with today's video, this is the second episode from the series Word on the Street Photography. The first one was in Antwerp with Thibaut, and I really invite you to check out the video that I made with Thibaut in Antwerp. It's all about street photography, gear talk, photography, and some really deep conversations. It's a little bit longer than today's video, but I'm gonna link it down in the description below, so feel free to check it out. And as I previously said, for me YouTube is a community, and it's all about the community. So since I started to do more seriously street photography on this YouTube channel, I met some very cool and talented local street photographers. So I decided to invite once a month a street photographer on my channel, and to talk about street photography, about photography in general, about gear. And there are different photographers with different techniques, with different ways of understanding the street, with different editing skills, with different approaches on the street. So that's the beauty of sharing this community. So thank you for being here. And if you haven't seen my previous video on 9 tips how to get better at the fishing technique in the streets, I'm gonna link it up somewhere there, and you can check it out, because this video today is about really about the fishing technique, and the next photographer that I'm introducing it's all about the fishing technique. So feel free to check out the video as well. At the beginning of this video I had some minor issues with the audio. The audio was clipping a little bit, so sorry about that. Nevertheless, if you like the channel and if you like the video from today, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to this channel if you like the content. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get it. So now if you want to leave a message for the audience of this channel, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilets, okay?
Yeah, okay. You go ahead. So yes, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And one message I still want to give you is don't overdo it at home. Watch too many videos, too many portfolio files. Go out and shoot. If you're not shooting, nothing's gonna happen for you. You ain't gonna improve, you ain't gonna try out new things. You have to go out and shoot. So see you when you're shooting. Yeah, I'm Bulke. I'm a recent street photographer. I only do it for 3 to 4 years intensively, but since I got hooked, I can't stop. I try out everything. I love to go out to new cities, explore them, go back to them, go again. Different light, different settings, always looking for lines, shapes, everything you want to look for in a street, fine art street that is, yes. I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur photographer. I do it in my spare time when things allow it to do. Sometimes I go for a big trip, sometimes little day trips, depending what's possible. Yeah. For me it was Alan Schaller, Stefan Beutler, and Mark Finley also. All of them pretty much fine art street photography, playing with light, shapes. They are a big inspiration, and trying to be as inspirational as them in my own way. It's more graphical, it's timeless, it's makes you look at the essence. I think I can steer the viewer's eye more with black and white, showing what I mean to show. Yeah, I see it in black and white. I seldom see colors anymore. Only shoot color when it's worse in black and white. It has to be worse in black and white. Otherwise, it's always black and white. Yeah. I always shoot in RAW. I always have afterwards everything I want. But I set my camera the latest year. I set my camera to black and white preview, so I can check it a bit more, see if it's on the scene, see it more as it is. Yeah. But that's pretty faded, not as strong contrast. Yeah. I do. I do sometimes other things as well, but mainly street photography. I know it's not candid, it's not always right in the face, but it's what happens. It's not directed. It's unless I say so. Sometimes when no one passes, it's a great scene. I put myself in it or something, but then I don't hide it. I tell it, or I put it in the comments or something like that sometimes. I think it's street photography because it's unchanged. It's life as it goes by. So yeah. It's a discussion, I know. What's street photography? What's black and white photography? What's what? So yeah, it's a discussion. That's not a bad thing. It's easier for sure. So in the beginning, when I started to do it, it's because it's easier and less confronting that I started to go that way. The graphical side, of course, but it's easier for sure. I still think it's street photography, but yeah, saying it's not, it's street photography or it's not. I don't know. I'm not so judgmental because of other people. Also, you have persons who take a photo of a human being walking the one side, they paste it in another one, and it almost looks real. I don't judge. I don't judge them. I think it's okay. That's their art. If it's great, it's great. I don't. Yeah, can you call it street? That's the question. I think I'm a little bit in the gray zone with what I do. So if they say it, they say it. I don't mind. It's my thing, and I'm keen on doing my thing. But I'm starting to do some candid work also lately. I love it, so I'm evolving. I'm trying out new stuff. Yeah.
About the shots, okay? The first one is.
It will be two different shots. The one the I had Valencia because of the graphical perfection in my eyes. The shadows, the person walking perfectly frozen. I really like that one. It would look very great in a gallery, I think. And the other one I took in Holland is more with a candid influence, more the human element is more important. So I think it also would be great to see it up there, because when you print that large, you don't see it in Instagram, but when you print that large, you see what's the subject doing, and she's walking the streets. She's 2 meters from me, and she's careful to pass a truck, so not to be run over. So it's right in front of me, and she didn't see that I was taking a photo of her. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the gear that you're using. So what are your main cameras that you use for street photography, and why do you use them, and what are the lenses that you use, and if you're planning to buy a new camera?
I'm always planning to buy a new camera. I'm using Nikon and Fuji. With the Fuji I have this one, the X100F. So I'm planning to buy the V, of course. I'm using an X70 lens on it. That makes it the field of view 24 to 25 millimeters and full frame equivalent. So that's a bit wider than usual. So that's the way I like it. And the other one is an Nikon D850. So I use mainly wide-angle lenses. I have one 85 for very little photos. Not much. That I shoot with it, sometimes in a tunnel or something, yeah, but mainly wide. And wide, I mean 12 millimeters is the widest I go, yeah. And some pictures are made at 12 millimeters, and it's a bit difficult to use. It's you easily get the framing wrong with such a wide lens. So the leading lines. So with 12 millimeters, you are staking out a place. You're waiting for a subject to walk in your frame, but very often you just had it a little bit crooked. It's not usable, so you have to take a lot of more photos before you get a good one with that lens. Yeah.
choices that you have in terms of gear, the hardest is to choose when you're out on the street. So if you have like 2 cameras, 2 lenses, then you're always constantly like thinking I should use this one. So what's your approach regarding this?
I mainly use 2 cameras. I always get my gear with me. So I take my Nikon wide-angle lens, my tele lens, and this Fuji. Now with an adapter on top of it. So I carry a lot of gear, and I go to a city. I have certain places I want to be. The one is in the dark, so I want to use the full frame. The other one is on the street. I want to get closer or something like that, more candid, so I want to use the Fuji. So I like to keep my options open. If I have to choose one camera today to go shooting, I would use this one. With the wide angle, 24 millimeters, I could do a day with that. Yeah.
I see.
Last year I stood in the hot sun for over an hour on the same spot, aiming when someone would pass. So after 45 minutes you start asking yourself, what am I doing here? The entire day passes and I'm doing nothing. I'm here at a big city. I traveled so far, so it's always the balance. Am I gonna wait? Am I gonna return? Am I gonna see it next year? Am I gonna miss the moment? Yeah, it's an hour. That was the longest, and I don't think I'm gonna do much of those hours. But the frame was worth it. When I went to Valencia, I went for 3 days. So the first day I shot what I see. I looked around for the light. So the day after, the shots I missed, the shots I wanted to be different. I knew exactly what time I have to be for the sun, to be in the right place. The people passing or nobody passes some places. So I stake them out. But that's not always what I do. I often go to a city for 1 day, like Rotterdam. But I went there for 5, 6 times, so I know a bit more of Rotterdam. So in Rotterdam I know pretty much what to do, what things I want to redo, or places I want to revisit that weren't good the last time. So I plan out my city trip on another route, and that way I'm pretty much planning a lot, but half of my shots are unplanned and as it goes. So I try to do it like that. Yeah.
And do you use an application to check how the sun will be at a certain point in the?
Yeah.
Are you doing this type of planning like it's?
Sometimes at home. Yeah. Photographer Ampheris. Yeah. So I use that sometimes, not always. When I know it from one shot and I'm planning out the city, I pretty much can.
I saw that you have lots of. You have a series from Liège.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Is this a place that you're still going back after you've seen it like, I don't know, 3, 4 times, or maybe more? Maybe more. Are you still going back to the places? Do you feel like there are places that you haven't exploited at its fully, you know?
Yeah. It's such a great architectural building. So every different light, not harsh light, soft light, harsh light, evening light. The evening I didn't shoot there as much, so I think next time I go in the late afternoon, take in the evening. The morning sun, when it's harsh, it's perfect over there. So there's a lot of things to be discovered, and I love going back. So it was the first big trip I did doing street photography in the way I do it now. So it got me started there, and every year, once a year, twice a year. During Corona, it was twice. So I go back, yeah, for sure, yeah. And I come back with new pictures. If you never went to the station Guillemin, I think you can get as close to 10 good shots on a day, on a full day. So. That's not every city does that.
Is this your favorite? Do you have a favorite place?
Yeah, it's Guillemin. Yeah.
In Belgium to take your pictures.
Yeah, but the surroundings of the station are also pretty nice. So it's not only the station. So yeah, that's if I have to go somewhere, it will be there. Yeah, yeah.
Do you often get kicked out from the, I don't know, train station, metro stations, or where you normally do your pictures, because it involves architecture? Sometimes there are private places, sometimes there are public places, sometimes there's security. Do you get kicked out, or people are telling you to leave, or?
Sometimes, and the buildings mostly. When it's an office building, I don't belong there. I know. I go in and I say good morning. I pretend I work there. I mean, I have my briefcase, everything adds up. So I go upstairs in the different floors, and when security comes, they're mostly in the first sentence pretty feisty, and I disarm them. I stay friendly. I don't know. I shouldn't be here. I'm sorry. I go out. See you next year. But in the train stations, no, if you don't plant a tripod and you don't really affront people so nobody complains about you, I don't think train stations are a lot of a problem. It's not allowed in Belgium, but yeah, you don't have to curse also. Trying out different styles. If you're scared of confronting people, you try more my style of doing things, architectural. If you're more in the candid type of way, Guillemin ain't gonna do it for you, not as much. So try it all out. Go to a big city, do different types of street photography, candid. I even try to do some remote with my phone. I link my camera to my phone when I'm have a bit cold feet, so I can go up to 2 meters and take a shot. Nobody knows. So I also try everything out. So and while doing everything, you get confident and you evolve. And then that way you find out your style. Your editing evolves. So it becomes a story, and it becomes your story. Yeah.
I feel this is a good spot for your type of photography, so I guess we're gonna have some cool shots from today, right?
I think so.
You're gonna send me like a couple of shots from today, like 2-3 shots. If you have 2-3 shots, good shots, I'm gonna post them on the video.
I hope it. I think so.
I'm sure you have.
With that light, can't go wrong, right?
The light here is beautiful at this time, yeah. How you're switching to the big boy.
Wanna try a different angle. Maybe square format or something like that. Because of the white stairs, it really pops out of it. But on the stairs would be great.
I guess somebody listened to your prayers.
I didn't have her. I should have had her here. She went in somewhere there, or she picked the back side of the stairs.
So it was a pleasure to meet you. It was nice chatting with you, and thank you for accepting my invitation to be part of this
My pleasure.
series.
Yeah.
And if you want to add something, now is the time. If not, I'm gonna just let you get some cool shots.
I'm all rattled out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you get some cool shots, and we're gonna keep in touch. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Have a nice day, and it was nice meeting you. Okay?
Yeah.
Cheers.